Tosin, I'm going to make, because I know you're a very versatile sport journalist. This is not in the schedule, but we know over the weekend that Remo Stars went out from the Confederation Cup, and we know that they are debutants in this game, and for what they've done, they went to Morocco, as far as Morocco. They got a 1-1 draw over there, which was a very good away goal, and coming here to the prestigious home ground, they lost. Remo Stars coming out of the Confederation Cup, what can you say about that?
To start with, if it's Nigeria concern, is 3/4. That's 75%. Although maybe at the first audio, we might say it's bad, but we can take something out of it, move further, and then we hope to get better, much more later. But for Remo Stars, I believe it's a learning curve for them. Like you also said, they are debutants. They just gained promotion to the MPFL last season, and then the next season they are in. Oh, no, sorry, I wanted to say they are in Europe. The next season they are in Africa. They are in the continent playing in the Confederation Cup, and then at the first order they are out. It's sad because after drawing away, drawing away, you would have expected that they will consolidate and win at their home turf yesterday. But the scoreline, that 1-1 is one of the hardest. It's one of the hardest away scores to get in competitions where you go out on away goal rule, or you go out on all of those kind of things. Because if you draw 1-1, it means that you wouldn't know when you come home. You wouldn't know whether you should be defensive and play for a 0-0 draw, or you should go all out to score a goal. And then while you are trying to go all out to score a goal, if you are unfortunate and your opponent scores first, you are in deep trouble. You will try to see if you can play 1-1. And then once you play 1-1, you will not want to play 2-2. So it's, from that first leg, having drawn 1-1, it meant that they needed to, if they wanted to get anything out of it, they wanted to come out from all cylinders on the first minute and then do it right. And then unfortunately, they didn't do it right. And then, again, it's sad because, Remo Stars is one of the poster boys of privately owned clubs in the country. And then if you go to their stadium, very lovely stadium, very lovely pitch, very properly run club, and then you think that, they will also take that to the continent. But just like I said, I believe that they will take it as a learning opportunity, and we hope to see them again in the nearest future, doing very well in the continent, and then bringing laurels for Nigeria.
But I think that's just the only stain in the games over the weekend, because we know that in Nigeria,
Yes,
United, Plateau United, and Rivers United, they won.
Rivers United, all of them advanced to the next round.
So is this a good beginning for us, knowing that they qualified to the group stage? So what can you say about these wonderful clubs that have done so well for us?
I think there's still one or two before the group stage. They've been paired against Kwara United. Have been paired against the defending champions in the Confederation Cup, and then Plateau United and Rivers United are also playing tough North African opponents, Wild Casablanca and Esperance of Tunisia. So it's not yet Uhuru, like they say. We want to see them go skate through that ordeal, though very difficult ordeal. We want to see them skate through that ordeal and then bring Nigeria back to the continental map as far as club football is concerned. After Imba did well, won the CAF Champions League back to back, and then you had some other clubs do some little well, creditably well in the continent. We've not really had Nigerian clubs in numbers do very well in the continent. Being the giant of Africa that we are, we should at least have a club in either or both of those competitions, in at least the semi-final stages of those competitions. And then we hope that it's something that will get back to fore as far as Nigerian football is concerned.
Now, a lot of people have been talking about the fact that we probably not do so well. But Kwara United played in Mobolaji Bankatoni in Lagos here. Over the weekend, we also saw in Abuja, Plateau United also progressed to the second round. Does that mean that we are good to go, in as much as we know there's an ordeal? But analyzing just those games yesterday, convincingly we won. Is it a new beginning for the club, knowing that in the past we probably not have even gotten to this stage?
Okay, since you are talking about a new beginning, why one of the reasons I might see it as a good start or a good beginning is that many of these clubs, a number of these clubs are relatively new to the continent. You know, we've been used to the continent before now. The Rangers of this world, the Shooting Stars, the Iwaya National, who
Canopilas.
are now called the Atlants, then the Imba and the likes, and then a little bit at some point in time in Confederation Cup, Sunshine Stars. But so it maybe some form of good, and then maybe Canopilas. So there's some form of good news that we have pretty new clubs coming to the competition and then doing at least giving a good show of themselves, winning 3-0, 3-0 at home or doing well away and then consolidating on that performance with a sort of good performance at home. So I think if we can say that way, we can say that it's some form of good beginning. But just like I said, it's the hope that we see them take it a little bit big higher, notch higher, and then qualify for the money spinning stage of the competition, go to the group stage, and then from there see what they can do at the later knockout stages of the competitions.
Yes, Tosin, I want to thank you for your time, for giving us your time. Hopefully that we'll call you as we hope that we progress away from the second round and maybe the group stage where we call a money split. Yes, thank you very much, Tosin.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Yes, that's Tosin, one of the notable sport journalists we have in the country. Yes, let me take you back to memory lane and look at Remo Stars in the last game of the Nigerian Professional Football League, where this particular game you're about to watch brought them into the Confederation Cup and made them one a debutant, though they're out of it. But the last game of the Nigerian Professional Football League is something to look at. Enjoy this.
For the very first time in the history of Remo Stars, the Sky Blue Stars will be playing in the CAF Confederations Cup come next season. This was confirmed when the coach Benga Ogumota-led side defeated Niger Tornadoes 3-0 at the Remo Stars Stadium in Ikenne in their final home game of the 2021-2022 Nigeria Professional Football League season. With an eye on all 3 points for the final continental slot, Remo Stars sold goals inside the lead when a cutback was met by Stanley Okorom, who was hacked down in the area with a centre referee pointing to the spot before Andy Okwe scored from 12 yards out to register his 10th goal of the campaign. It was Andy Okwe's debut season in the top flight of Nigerian football, and what a time to get his double figures right on track. 2 minutes into the second 45, Seun Ogunribide sent in a delightful cross from a free kick that was met with the ever-present head of Andy Okwe. A brace for his 11th goal of the campaign. What an in-swinger from Seun Ogunribide. Call it a tap-in for Andy Okwe, and you can never be wrong. Niger Tornadoes would however try to reduce the deficit when a deflected free kick was sent to the path of Bankole Kayode, who made a brilliant save. Just as when the crowd thought they've seen enough from Andy Okwe, the striker scored his very first ever NPFL hat-trick. Final day goal for Andy Okwe, the striker finishing off just as he started off when he scored the very first ever NPFL goal witnessed at the Remo Stars Stadium in Ikenne in a 3-0 matchday 2 win over Atlant Football Club. Andy Okwe for the start. Andy Okwe.
At Remo Stars, the brand football club of Nigeria, that's the stadium in Ikenne. You can see that looks like perhaps the Old Trafford. We hope that other clubs in the country can emulate them in their way of branding and all they've done so well for Nigerian football. Just unfortunately that they're out of the Confederation Cup. Our beats that debutant, we hope next season they can go all the way also to qualify, perhaps the Champions League or the Confederation Cup, so that we continue to see the bright side of Nigerian football.